85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
What do you think is the worst Harry Potter movie?
2.
2.
2 is the longest movie.
Is it?
The other night I was watching it. Not only it's the longest raw, like totally unedited.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours.
But then there is an extended cut on the DVD that I watched the other day. It's just like...
Just more spiders?
Yeah, exactly. It's just more randomness. What was the Harry Potter tweet I wanted to talk about the other day?
Oh, Fang.
I feel like you made it about Fang. Oh, no, I made it about Fang. So I had said that what if... So
well, you said it was a missed opportunity.
If you haven't read Harry Potter, tune out now. Or skip ahead 2 minutes or something.
Or get a life, because exactly. Harry Potter came out 20 years ago.
He must be a child. But anyway, in the third book, it turns out that Ron's rat, Scabbers, is actually a living person, an animagus. And I was like, what if they just like rehashed that with Fang, Hagrid's dog?
Yeah, because he's this big dopey dog that is in it enough.
Yeah, he's in it. He's peripherally around it the whole time. Just like Crookshanks, just like Hedwig.
Right. And
like
and Sirius is a dog that like Harry sees in Prisoner of Azkaban.
And they kind of like in Fantastic Beasts, they all of a sudden invented that Nagini was a human.
Right.
Voldemort's snake.
Yeah.
So I was just like, why can't, like, in theory, couldn't you replay that with every animal?
Yeah. And I really like the idea of, reimagine, because in, again, this is probably more of a spoiler, I guess, in 6, where they all are flying and Hedwig like jumps in front of the spell, sacrifices herself.
I would correct Scott and say in the movie, Hedwig like takes a bullet for Harry.
Yeah.
But in the book, she's just killed in her cage. It's like the saddest thing ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I definitely watched the movies a lot more recently.
Exactly.
But it would be...
And it's like, honestly, what they do in the movie is so much better than what they do in the book that it's like, I have replaced it in my brain.
It would just be, it would be interesting, especially when you think of, what's the Time Turner book? The
3.
No, but the one that everybody hates.
Something Child. Cursed Child.
The Cursed Child.
The play.
Which is like, hey, they're going back in time and they're just messing with all sorts of stuff. Since that's even in the mix, what if there was like an order of like, whatever, people in the future, and they all went back as animagus, and one of them was Crookshanks, and one of them was Trevor, and one of, and then Scabbers also was a person, but then he dies and then gets replaced by
Peter Pettigrew.
With Peter. I mean, there's a cool story there.
I like the idea that Trevor could be an animagus, especially because Trevor was just like such a bad toad.
Yeah. Trevor. Harry Potter, man.
Harry Potter.
They're making a live action series.
I could talk about it forever.
Yeah.
I said to Scott and my friends the other day that I'm going to live tweet the entire franchise.
I can't wait.
Which first of all, we used to do this with, like, occasionally we would watch TV over Slack and like everybody would just stream of consciousness their thoughts.
Yeah. Usually The Bachelor or something like that.
And it's actually like one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. And I have a lot lot of interesting takes.
The thing about it is
I'm brilliant.
I have the best takes.
Interesting.
Let's do a podcast, Andre.
Let's do it.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant. No, Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Well, someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal this idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
We are back recording live at the Scipio Mill, which is a big day for them.
It is a big day for Scipio. Why is that?
Today they are launching Scipio for Teams.
And what is Scipio for Teams?
Scipio for Teams. You'll probably be hearing about this, for the next several episodes. Mm-hmm. But basically, it's a really automated, smart texting platform that sales professionals can use to engage with their prospects and do a whole bunch of cool stuff. And it used to be an individual thing. And they still have that, of course, but now I have this new sexy product for teams.
And we're really excited about it because we know that a lot of our listeners here on Steal This Idea are in sales or work in software or around sales. We think this is a really powerful tool. So for listeners of Steal This Idea, we've secured 1 month free on any of their paid plans with code STEAL.
STEAL, the code.
And you can find it, use it, love it at Scipio.com.
That's right. Welcome, thieves, to Steal This Idea, the only podcast where every week we give out genius business ideas
That's right.
to you, the people, or as we call you, the thieves, for free.
For free.
And this episode, we got a good one. We got a couple workshops that we're going to be going through and fleshing out to full-fledged ideas.
Mhm.
And then, of course, you know, we got a full mailbag. We got a couple from Rigor. We got a couple things we want to touch on. But first, Andre, it's time for a little good idea, bad idea. Love that. I just love that transition music. Andre, tell the thieves what good idea, bad idea is.
Good idea, bad idea is the segment of the show where Scott and I go through our Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever feeds, and we bring to the show all of the different ideas that we've been pitched in a week to talk about. Are they a good idea or a bad idea?
That's right. I've got a first one here for you here. Go to levelshaveco.com, but it's lvlshaveco.com. Saw this and I thought, you know, this seems pretty unnecessary, but maybe I'm wrong. This is what appears to be a series of razor heads that instead of being on a little stick, there's 3 of them in a row. And it's only for your hairline. So you know how like the back of your hair will grow.
It grows out over time and it gets kind of...
Yeah. Like mine especially, I often have little, you know,
hairs on your neck.
Yeah, just it grows disproportionately to the rest of your head. Anyway, so this, you would put it around your head almost like a headband and then just like shave it off in a nice straight line. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
You know, I've seen this on TikTok occasionally.
Aim it, shave it, claim it.
I don't hate it. First of all, because after I get a haircut, I love having that like perfectly clean neckline. That's like one of my favorite feelings.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
Is like just having a kind of perfectly
Very
straight, perfectly clean neckline. That's awesome.
Okay.
I don't know how much it retails for.
It's a starter set from $25. It's not too expensive, especially considering razors.
Yeah. I don't feel the pain enough to. So it says $34. At least when I click, it says $25 to $49. Today, it looks like it's $34. And it comes with 1, 2, 3. It comes with a bunch of blades, basically. I'm not bothered enough by this problem to buy this online.
No.
But if I saw this like in the as seen on TV section at Walmart, I might buy it. Or like if I just saw it at Target. Cave. But
so
do you hate it? Am I like,
no.
Diego says it's a bad idea.
So this is my problem. We were talking about this at work, actually. We sell some features that I think should be bundled with other features because they're just like standalone don't really hold enough as is to like sell as an upsell. This to me, I think would be a really interesting addition to like a comprehensive shaving thing. But on its own, it's like, I don't really want just this.
Totally.
Because you're right. It's like, it does, like the pain point's not really there. But
if you were to buy like let's say an expensive electric razor.
Yeah.
And it was like, and included is our neck shaver.
It's like, oh.
Like, oh, sure.
Because the other thing is, so the other day I realized that my neckline was like getting a little out of control. You know what I did, Andre? I took my Manscaped razor. I turned my head.
I was gonna say.
And I just got it down. It was fine.
Yeah.
You know, granted, it's not perfect. I'm sure, you know, like
no, it's not perfectly straight like they show on this site. This is a solution if you really want an everyday, perfectly clean, perfectly straight neckline.
Yeah,
we are not those people.
No, and maybe thieves. If you're one of these people who it's like, oh man, I just need that perfectly. Just seems like this is like there's barely enough pain out there for this to endure. Anyway, that's
levelshaveco.com.
What you got for me?
This is actually an interesting idea, and I'm curious to see. Like I spent honestly 45 minutes on this Instagram the other day. So this is Cheegs. Cheegs.com.
Cheegs.
That's CHEEGS.com. And this is allegedly an innovative space shirt.
I love the name.
And what it claims to do is this is the innovation in dress shirts.
Really? So
scroll down a bit to about mid-page, Scott, and you'll see it has a collarless neckline. It looks like a baseball jersey a little bit.
Or like a kimono.
And it basically looks like a dress shirt, but with kind of a V neckline. And no buttons, and
no sweat stains, no coffee stains, no wine stains, no irons.
Do you think what I couldn't decide after looking at tons of pictures was whether or not I liked the shirt or not?
Does this button up or does it like Velcro up?
I don't know. I know that it appears as though it does not have buttons, but I don't know how exactly it does connect.
It's a handsome looking shirt.
Do you think? I couldn't decide if it looked weird or handsome.
So my boss, he has this blazer that has like a zipper on it. And if I just describe that, to be like, that seems lame,
Yeah.
but it's awesome.
Really?
Like he looks cool in it. And every time he wears them, I'm like, man, that's a cool blazer. Diego, do you agree?
Yeah, you know who we got a matching one?
Who?
Andre.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, you have the same one.
Does
Without
mine
the
have a
zipper.
zipper? Oh, I was gonna say I don't think mine has a zipper, but
Yeah.
I do love my blazer.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's in a similar vein where it's taking
Mm-hmm.
an existing piece of clothing and like reinventing it a little bit. So I like that about it. It's $100.
It has snap buttons,
Okay, yeah.
so you don't see the buttons. It looks very sleek.
Because we talked about a shirt like this not too long ago that was like it was a zip up shirt. It was
Yeah.
this, but it just zipped up instead of buttoned up, which is I think the conclusion there was like I don't know. But this has a little bit of enough of an interesting style, I guess.
Well, it's the neckline that is the most interesting to me because it's like a crew neck and a V-neck at the same time. It has a really interesting kind of divot right in the middle.
Yeah,
Like it looks sleek-ish
yeah. No, I'm not out on. So
on Cheeks. The name's awful.
I think the name is funny, but not for this.
No,
Like Cheeks to me seems like it should be something else.
yeah, like a gadgety.
Yeah.
product, not the innovative dress shirt.
Yeah, this should be called like
I don't know, like Smith and
Smith and West.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, like something like
Smith and Hansen.
a classy,
Yeah.
vaguely English name.
Yeah. And yeah, if I'm going to spend $100, I get it. Like if I'm going to buy a dress shirt anyway, sure. Throw this shirt in your repertoire.
I don't know. I can't decide if it looks good or not. Like my eyes will not process it.
Yeah.
Thieves, take a look. Cheeks.com.
I mean, the guy in the picture drinking the wine bottle got a pretty punchable face.
That's the thing.
He's not doing
I had
it-
the same impression. On
He's
their
not doing
Instagram.
it any favors.
I was like, why can't we get a good looking model? But they don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not looking for an innovation on the dress shirt. I find that a nice Oxford is more than enough for me.
Yeah. I also hate, like, my neck is super sensitive. I almost
Really?
never wear dress shirts anymore.
See, people, you go to church, you wear a dress shirt there.
Not these days. And yeah,
I guess, yeah.
I wear that shirt for 3 hours, and the first thing I do when I get home is take it off.
A lot of people whine about dress shirt collars. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, I wish I did, but like if I wear a dress shirt for like 4 hours, that's like I'm dying.
All right, what else do you have for us?
Okay, this is shinebathroom.com, and this is one of those.
Shinebathroom.com.
Yeah,
Yes.
this was an Instagram ad where it said, "Alexa, clean the toilet," and this thing looks like an Alexa kind of. It says automatic toilet cleaning is now a thing. And basically the idea is this looks as if it's some sort of relay between it's an automated, like you would install it into your bathroom and then it's connected to Amazon Alexa or whatever. And it cleans it. What are your thoughts on this? It looks more like a diffuser than anything.
I'll tell you about my most frequent toilet cleaning routine, which is we have they've formulated the bottle of toilet cleaner now where it like perfectly
has a little gooseneck.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just so easy to use the gel cleaner around your toilet bowl frequently enough that I'm not really bothered by this problem.
Yeah, but some people, they don't want to get down there and
It's like not a big deal though. I don't know.
I mean, for some
I don't
people-
feel the need. It says it uses electrolyzed water and a non-bleach chemical. It installs in 2 minutes. I'm not interested.
You're not interested for $125.
No. You know how much toilet cleaning I can do for $125?
That's toilet box cleaner is like $6. Yeah, I think it's an interesting gadget.
Here's an interesting gadget. A bidet that also has a cleaning mode.
Ooh, now you're talking.
Because I have a bidet on my master bedroom toilet. Love it. Tushy.com. Check it out. But 90% of the day, or 99.99% of the day, it's not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
And if it could somehow spray a little high intensity jet around the inside of the toilet and just clean it, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
And that has a use. That has something that it's doing when it's not cleaning.
Yeah. I'm into it. It's not something I would buy, but I actually think there's something with Shine.
Do you want a quick unplanned product review?
Yes.
So do you remember many episodes ago, I bought a ultrasonic dishwashing.
Oh
thing.
yeah, somebody asked me about that.
Yeah. So it finally came, which thieves, that should be one
Was it
indicator.
Kyle Connell? Somebody asked me about that recently, and I was like, I think it
Oh,
has
it came. It came. The thing is completely useless. It honestly is like just a piece of junk in like the saddest, most miserable way.
That's too
You can put it in the sink, and what it was supposed to do is like you could just throw it in the sink and it would like clean your dishes.
Yeah, because it seemed like you would like fill it up with
Via
water,
magic? I
maybe
don't
push
know.
a button, and it would like do a little cyclone action. And
So it does do a very little cyclone action. Like we were sitting and watching it go, and we're like, shouldn't it be doing more whirlpool
like,
kind of action?
You know, when you get those 2 bottles and you like shake them around and it makes little tornadoes like that.
It's not even like that. It was just like gently like lazy rivering
It's like, okay,
the sink, and it's super loud.
oh really?
And it's not automated at all. It's like it's not even there's not even a button. It's just, is it plugged in or is it not plugged in?
Oh no,
Yeah. Junk.
that is
Don't
jank.
you agree?
I think the funny part about it is it's so loud. If you've ever watched
It is comically loud. Yes.
fountains at the Bellagio, it's like, oh, okay, like water is going to come squirting out of my sink
Yeah.
right now, and then it's just
Like you'd think it was like putting a lawnmower in your sink, but it doesn't do anything at all.
That's hilarious. Well, that's too bad because I know somebody was asking me about that, and whoever you are,
Sorry.
thief. Sorry, I can't remember.
But
who
what
you are.
it really does hearken to is an idea from Scott Paul that we had on the show a long
Yes.
time ago, who was talking about like a countertop single dish dishwasher.
Yeah.
That was a good idea.
That's
should go back and
still
find the
is.
Yeah.
Still is a great idea. Let's move on, Andre, to the main event here. Diego, if you could please transition us.
Diego refuses to play the song that you like.
No, I think he gave me the song I wanted the first time. That was right.
Was it?
He's on my good list now. Yeah, the 2 baseline ones are the ones I want.
Sure.
The ones I don't want to.
Anyway.
Anyway, you ready for some workshops?
Yeah.
I got 2 good ones. I think you can enhance them as you tend to do. And you have 1 workshop.
I do.
So great. We'll do a little volley here.
Love it.
Do you want? Okay, I'll give you the option. Do you want the fun one, or do you want the simple one?
Let's go simple first.
Okay,
That's just my mantra in life.
sure. Okay, so there are about 1,000 credit cards that you can sign up for.
I would say there are over 1,000.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's too many.
Yeah.
And one of the things about credit cards, so recently I made the mistake of like looking for a new bank, like an online bank. We were talking about Simple going away and like looking at banks. So now I'm getting about 1 trillion ads for just everything under the sun, financial services. So I see all these credit card things. And one of the problems that I see with credit cards is that like there are entire blog websites, like the Points Guy and whatever. It's just some guy who's like, don't worry, I've sifted through all of this. This is the one that's the best. Da, da, da. But the problem is, if you look at your own spending habits and you compare it to what's recommended, those things don't necessarily line up. So this is a service I'm going to call Cardshark. And what Cardshark would bill itself to do is says, hey, you have a certain spending habit, Andre, and there's 1,000 cards to choose from. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to monitor your spending for the next 6 months. And then based on your spending at any given time, we're going to recommend the best credit card for you. So it says, oh, Andre actually is somebody who uses Uber a lot. And Andre is somebody who buys this a lot. And Andre is somebody who buys this a lot. Because what I'll see is like, oh, 4X back on rideshare. And it's like, well, I don't use rideshare. I drive everywhere. But I know you use rideshare a lot more than I do, right?
Yeah.
And this, and there are things that are, based on, oh, you're buying a lot from Home Depot. Oh, you're buying a lot from, actually based on what we're seeing, this is going to be the best card for you. Or it's like, you know what? We're not seeing any noticeable trends. This card, which just says 2% flat, points, that's going to be your best bet based on how much you're spending and paying it off or whatever. So it'd be a simple service. And I think the way they'd make money is say, hey, we'll do it for free. And they're the ones recommending the card. So they're getting the affiliate. They're getting just a nice little kickback there.
Which is how all these sites work.
Yeah, which is how they all work.
I think this is a good idea, and I think it doesn't even necessarily need to, like, you sign up and then it monitors your spending, because, like, if you link your bank account to Mint today,
Sure.
it pulls in your whole
Yeah.
lifetime. So I think it could go back, and what would be really cool is the software is powerful enough that you basically say, like, what if I had spent on this card, and it says you would have gotten this much back,
that's a good idea.
or this card, and that's how you can actually comparatively shop the kind of benefits that you would receive on different cards.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of like an almost simple, just math, right? So pretty interesting idea.
I don't think it'd be that complicated to make. Like, I think it's not easy necessarily, but I think you could.
Yeah, it relies on, like, again, just all existing technology.
And that was my thought, was like, a lot of people, it's a blog guy and he's sifting through and it's like, oh, this is a good, the Delta, Platinum's a good, here are the pros, here are the cons. It's like, this basically just says, hey, trust us when we say like, this is the one you want.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are like in on, okay, I just trust this guy,
And they're assuming, again, it's like you could just visualize it better if it was based on your actual spending habits. You're spending your actual spend on groceries versus entertainment versus
which are all these categories
Amazon.
that it's like, oh, it's 7x on this and 5x on this and 2x on this and it's rotating this. Oh, this card actually, based on how often you're spending, even though it's a good kickback here, it caps out here and you spend more than you'd be getting back, and so it's not really whatever. So
I think people would gladly link up their bank account.
Yeah.
And then they would click straight from, you would have saved $600 on this card to the app. And then my understanding is these credit card companies pay fairly well for referrals. So you could build a pretty interesting business. If you're,
I think one person can make this,
passionate about finance already, and you already feel strongly about credit cards and credit card research. The technology already exists. There's, what comes to mind is like a partner that we used to use, because Scott and I used to work in payments, called Plaid, that like does all this pulling in of bank account information and pulling in. It's how these mint type companies work.
If you've ever logged onto a service that said log in with Wells Fargo,
and you're using Plaid.
You're using Plaid,
which
and they're a huge company.
That's a basis point all on its own to start looking at how you could start building a software like this. And then it's just like credit card research.
Yeah.
And that's already out there too. So I think a really good idea, but I'm surprised it doesn't exist. And the marketing is like, you show a screenshot that says, here's how many dollars you would have saved on X card. And then people click through that ad, they sign up.
That's right.
That's enough.
Cardshark. And it's
good name.
That's, maybe that exists, but like, I think you could,
I want to use that name for my like blackjack app that I built someday. What's that sound?
Ooh, that is a delivered text message from Scipio for Teams.
And what is Scipio for Teams?
Andre, Scipio for Teams. Let me just tell you, that's like a game changer for us sales folk. Mm-hmm. You may not know anymore.
I know. I've had sales reps barking up my tree my entire career for some tool to automate and scale texting their customers.
What I love about Scipio for Teams is that instead of it just being kind of an individual thing, you can manage a whole team, all their text messages. You can see into,
review performance, share some of your best sequences.
And it doesn't feel, they've made it a point to make it not feel like it's a robot. You're not just sending 100 spam texts.
Different from spam, different from promotional texts. This is engaging customers.
Yeah. And basically your sales reps are crafting those text messages and then building sequences with those, sending them out. It's a pretty cool product. And we actually have a cool promotion. If you use the code STEAL at Scipio.com, you get 1 month free of any of their products, but of course we recommend Scipio Teams.
Scipio for Teams.
That's right. All right, Andre, you are really psyched about this idea. You were telling me that it's fully fleshed out and that it is ready to go to market.
I literally did the mute the mic and tell Scott that my idea isn't as good as Cardshark, because that's how bad it is. And it's a little bit of a rehash of a workshop that I think we've already talked about on the podcast, but maybe not. And if not, then I think we definitely didn't do a full episode on it.
Well, bring it on.
There will still be thieves that are like, wait, what was that idea? So we did, do you remember iGuides?
Oh, yeah.
So iGuides was a guest episode with Alex Bean, who we used to work with.
I talk about iGuides a lot, actually.
I know. Alex Bean is frequently our reference episode. And what iGuides was basically an app to allow anybody to put together audio tours.
Because the landscape for audio tours is like Rick Steves and nothing else, really. And wouldn't it be awesome is if, especially in tourist towns, but even non-tourist towns, if anybody could say, hey, I know a good, pub crawl, or I know the history of Wrigley's Field or whatever. And they could just put together their own audio tour and then charge a couple bucks for it or whatever. And then if you travel literally anywhere, it's like, oh, I can see trending audio tours and I can buy these for, a couple bucks, or, oh, this one is like really popular. This is $15 or whatever.
Truly a good idea.
It's a great idea. I can't wait till somebody makes it.
So again, I don't know if we talked about this recently, but if not, we should rehash what's possible.
Yeah.
But I subscribe to a YouTube channel and a Patreon called Pretty Much It. And what they do is they create movie commentary tracks for like tons of movies, like movies that have never had a movie commentary track, but then a lot that do.
Yeah.
It's basically like the main guy and then a friend, and they like riff, and like they're comedians and they tell all these funny jokes about the movie, and you sync it up and you watch it, and it's like it. So I've been doing it with Harry Potter, which I've seen all the movies 100 times. So like watching it with their like funny freaking commentary is great. And because it's like a movie you've seen 100 times, like they're like reading a fan fiction at the same time, like doing all this funny stuff. But then they also do like Mary Kate and Ashley Go to Paris, and like that's also really funny.
Yeah.
And it, first of all, it exposes the most annoying thing is syncing the track.
Yes. That's
like
easily
play at the same. They're like play as soon as the audio or the intro.
Listen to this, yeah.
And it's just like, and another piece is right now at this point, almost every one of these major streaming platforms has like a watch with friends component.
Sure.
Like Netflix doesn't have an official one, but there's a Chrome extension. But Disney Plus actually just came out with their like sync with a friend kind of feature. Oh. And Amazon has it and all these different things. So at the end of the day, what I want is a way to create your own movie commentary track and like see if you can get traction.
Yeah.
And I think it would have to like sit in like an Apple TV environment so they could sync, but then you're buying the actual film from an actual place. And then, so really, again, and this was in the top of the show, was like, I want to live tweet Harry Potter.
Right.
Partially because I know like I have a lot of funny takes on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I have like seen the whole Harry Potter universe. And another thing I've talked about on the podcast quite a bit is Binge Mode, which is this podcast where they dissect like every minute detail of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Which is also really interesting. And it would be awesome if Binge Mode, this podcast that I love,
did this,
had a movie commentary track. Yeah. I would love that more than anything. And it's just like movie commentary, watching movies with people is funny.
Yeah.
A bunch of people already do this on YouTube. How is there not an app that allows you to, one, monetize it? Because right now I'm supporting these guys on Patreon because that's how funny I think they are. And I want all of their movie commentary tracks. And I'm literally manually like hitting play on two devices like a caveman.
Like a caveman. Yeah, I'm trying to think through it in my head because in a browser to me seems like the easiest first place.
I think like a Chrome plugin.
A Chrome plugin to me
could do this without getting permission from anybody.
Yeah.
The same way that all of these existing plugins.
Exactly. And it's actually surprising to me that
that almost makes me want to do it.
You know, we're basically, and especially if you've invested a little bit of money into it, we're basically, they have stuff that can say like, oh, it can just recognize what's on the screen. And so if you did that, even if it was with the top 100 movies, you had to think, whatever. So I install this thing and it says like, oh, you're watching Harry Potter. Great. You can sync up at any point in the movie and just like turn on commentary. It's like always playing. Because it knows where you are or whatever. And maybe you can just learn that from the time code or whatever. So yeah, to me, a Chrome extension seems like the easiest frontier to do this.
Yeah.
It also reminds me.
Go on. But I actually have like an actual business idea now.
Okay.
That I like a way to make money and everything. But go on.
So I want to put a quick sidebar here. One of my neighbors pitched me an idea that is not this, but it's in a similar vein. And this was like 2 years ago. And he's like, hey, don't put this on your podcast. And I was like, come on.
I'm going to
do that. But basically, he had a similar pain point or whatever, which is just like, I watched The Bachelor. And there are people like me who are basically the peanut gallery who just like throw jeers at it constantly.
Yes, this is me with Real Housewives.
Or exactly. There's lots
all I can do is say stupid stuff while people that are serious about it.
And so what he said is, what if there was a service that was an app that was almost like a radio station that you could basically tune into while you're watching The Bachelor in real time. That's everyone's watching at the same time because it's aired at the same time. And basically, you would have stations of funny people who were just like providing live commentary for the stuff that's on live TV. That is an interesting platform where that could either be a derivative of this or could be before or after this. Like it would just been interesting. There's enough in the commentary space, I guess, is the point I'm getting at, that I think there's places to go.
I really think there is.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is my like narcissism showing, which is like, I think I'm really funny.
No, I've often thought.
I think my comments are really funny.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Abe and I were watching Coco the other day, which is not a super funny movie. I'd never seen it before, but I was like I was just making all these jokes about it to him, which is all I do when we watch movies. And it's just like, I wish I could actually make this content.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm headed with the idea, which is one, I think a Chrome plugin is like the simplest version one of this.
Yeah.
And then let's say even in the short term, which is like in the long term, you build this like awesome network of a ton of like funny comedians and actors that are doing movie commentary tracks, and like they're selling them for $5 and you're getting 20% because it's your market. Like obviously,
I mean, I could see basically every stand-up comedian getting on a platform.
I think that could happen. Totally.
Like you can imagine. They think of any comedian and be like, why wouldn't they just do a quick movie commentary, throw it up for $5, and it's like another revenue source for them.
And I think that's like a great way to like make this $1 billion business that would be really awesome. But in the short term, if you're like a junior developer or whatever you are, and you're just like, I just am interested in this as a Chrome extension, and you can like code it or get somebody to code it or whatever. I think that there's a market where really the only revenue source for you is through referral links that go out to a place to rent or buy the episode.
Sure.
So you're saying like on this Chrome extension, it's just movie commentary tracks for Amazon movies, right? So they sync to Amazon.
Yeah.
The plugin works on Amazon Player. It controls through the Amazon Player and all this. And the way that we're making money as a plugin company or whatever is we're just Amazon affiliate linking to all these different movies. So then you're like, oh, I want to listen to what did I watch today? What was that weird movie I watched? I watched a weird movie today on Amazon.
Someone's Game.
And it was on Netflix. But
Gilroy's Game, Gerald's Game.
Gerald's Game. Don't look it up these days. It was weird. But ultimately,
I actually watched. You said you watched it, and then I looked up. Somebody had reviewed it, and they actually spoke really highly.
No,
of
it is very well reviewed, which is part of why I watched it. But anyway, basically, I want to watch a show. I want to sync it to some funny person's track that's tweeted it out or whatever. It's not yet reached the traction where I'm going to pay through this marketplace $5, but it's enough that I'll click through their affiliate link to rent the movie.
Because that's kind of,
and then the plugin developer gets a couple, 15 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's enough.
That's
for your
enough.
little plugin.
The closest thing to this, at least, is a service VidAngel, where they tried to do it by themselves, where you could just like rent from them. But ultimately what they ended up doing was saying like, hey, first log in with your Netflix or log in with HBO. And then once you're in there, once we know that you're in there or whatever, then they can like edit stuff out or whatever,
However they
do that.
They made it legal.
They made it legal doing it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. It's like they are basically saying, oh, you don't have Netflix? Here, we'll give you a free month or whatever the thing is.
I think there's got to be a market here. It's such a fun idea.
Yeah, I would call it like Silver Tracks or something like that, or like Hot Tracks. Commentary Berry.
Commentary Berry. I like that name. That's Commentary Berry.
Commentary Berry. Whatever. Yeah, I could probably workshop that for a little bit, but that's a good idea. Okay, you want my last one here?
This was your fun one?
This is my fun one. Okay. So I had a situation the other day in our Slack channel. We were playing this game, and earlier I had guessed something wrong, and our friend Patrick made fun of me for it. And then later, the situation came up again where it was a ripe time to make fun of me again for that scenario again. And in the moment that joke could have happened, Patrick stepped away and he edited a picture of my face on that meme from The Office where it's like, corporate wants you to find the differences between these two photos.
It's the same.
It's the same photo. Yeah. And he just like within probably 2 minutes photoshopped my face on that just to lampoon me for this mistake I had made earlier, right? Now, this is pretty common with people I know who are like Photoshop guys. My brother's one of these.
We have several friends that can like whip these things up in a heartbeat.
Exactly. So I want to create a service called Roasted. And this is what Roasted builds itself to do, Andre. Yeah. Because there is a pretty big gulf into like, could you make a funny lampooning meme really quickly? No. Most people can't. A handful of people can though. And the people who can do it really quick.
Yeah.
So what this is it's a gig economy for people roasting and making memes about their friends and peers.
Yeah.
So you go to Roasted, it's an app, and you pay something like $3 to $5 a month for something like 5 pictures a month.
Sure.
And this is a gig economy where I say, I want to put Andre's face on the Queen of England, right? Here's the picture of Andre. Here's the picture of the queen that I want. And you put it out there. And all these people who are those guys, Patrick and all these guys,
Yeah.
if they have the time, which they often do, especially these days, they're on their computer. They're like, oh, I can make that really quick. They grab that gig. So of that $5 a month or whatever, they're getting 20% of that. They're getting a couple bucks, $3, and the company's getting $2, however they do it.
Right.
Now, I think that these guys you could whip out enough of these an hour where it's like, I'm making $20 an hour just doing these stupid little things. You get in a rhythm. A lot of people ask me the same type of stuff. You have meme templates that you're able to just crank out. And again, it's on a third monitor. You get gigs coming in. You're like, I'm busy right now, so you don't take them. But there's always somebody who's going to have the time. And I think of myself as like, man, there are so many times I just want to dunk on someone, right? I just want to roast Andre, and I want to put Andre's face on Toby, his cat, and I want to put whoever else. On his other cat. And it's like, I have the picture, I have the idea. I do it real quick. And I know I got 5 every month. Yeah. So it's just one a week where it's like, I know I can just roast somebody. And of course you pay for more. There's angles where you could do contract work with the person, hire whatever. There's plenty of ways you can make other services out of that. But I honestly think that a lot of people, probably a lot of guys, but not all guys, who are already doing this stuff constantly. I know basically all friend groups that I've ever had
Have a couple Photoshop people.
Yeah.
That are just constantly
They're constantly doing this stuff, and they do it for fun because it's funny.
Yeah.
And I think I would pay $5 a month to like have access to like a really quick, like a 5-minute turnaround or whatever. Like ideally, like the quicker the better, just to like throw a funny joke in a group text or whatever.
Yeah. I do think that there are people that would do it from the Photoshopper perspective. I think good evidence is like if you've ever been to Photoshop battles on Reddit, and it's like, and that's for free.
These guys just do it for fun.
They're throwing out ideas, they're throwing out random pictures, and then people are like remixing them, photoshopping them, and doing all that funny stuff. So I think there are people that would do it, and I also think there are people that would just like sit on it like hawks and just like quickly whip up, funny pictures over and over again because that's like what they like to do. And I think that there's maybe enough people that would pay.
Yeah,
for it. I think probably the way I would market it is it's $5, and with that $5 you get 5 credits for different Photoshop jobs, and then it's like, but if you subscribe monthly it's $4 and you get 5 credits, so you get a better deal on credits. But like putting that, give us $5 and you get 5 credits, and that's just like the lowest possible increment. And then people are topping up and doing what they have to from there. I do think there's something funny and interesting there.
And there are these moments where you're like, oh, I'm out of credits. Oh, you can buy anything for $2. Like credits are $2 always if you need a one-off. And if you got a guy who is like, oh, this is like my preferred guy, like, oh, the way that he does it and how whatever, he or she.
I think this fits in nicely in like growing heap of ideas that are like not billion-dollar companies.
No,
but like really good mini. Like it could probably get some good traction on Twitter. People would be interested enough in just the idea of it.
I think you can get free publicity because it sells itself in a lot of ways where all it takes is one person to send a picture of another funny, yet one celebrity to use it. And it's like, oh, they've.
Yeah, I do think that, it's not a billion-dollar idea, but a big enough idea that it's actually a really interesting side project.
Yeah. And I think, again, one or two people could put this idea together. And the infrastructure, I don't think is that complicated. It's a bid system. It's gigs.
What did we name my idea just now? Something Berry?
Commentary Berry?
Commentary Berry? That's a $1 billion idea.
That's a good idea.
This is
Roasted is what I called it.
Roasted.
Initially, I wanted to call it Dunk. Like, dunk. I want to dunk on my friends. But Roasted, then you have your...
Dunk.
I changed it to Roasted because you get your roaster... here's your roast.
Dual-sided marketplace.
Yeah, here's the roaster. Here's your roast. Your friend's about to get roasted.
Yeah.
There's a whole chicken moniker thing that you could run with. Fire.
Roasting.
Roasting. There's an aesthetic there. Dunk, I think, is fun too.
Dunk is fun. I like this idea.
That's fun, right?
It is fun.
Again,
I know that there are people who are mostly unemployed, but who like would sit and just like hawk these.
Or even it's like most of the designer product guys I know who are like this, it's like their work schedule is so weird that if they just got a little notification, it was like, hey, do you want to Photoshop this guy's face in this thing and you get $3? It's like, okay,
sure.
I
agree.
You become a preferred thing, and all of a sudden you're getting a higher, just like Uber, it's all these things. Diego, would you subscribe to Roasted?
No,
No.
because I'm a meme guy already. But I think
Yeah, exactly. Diego is our roasted guy.
Yeah.
if we're talking about meme kings, Jordan Sargent deserves a shout out.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I mean, he's the guy, right? In that group, you know. Anyway, so Roasted or Dunk. Thieves, let me know which of those names you prefer. And of the 3 ideas, so Roasted, Commentary Berry, and Cardshark, which service you like the most? We want to hear from you. We'll tweet out a little poll. And of course, if you want to reach the show, Andre, is there an email or maybe some social media handles that they could reach us out at?
There's a couple. First of all, www.gostealthisidea.com to find all of our social media, all the different places that you can reach us, or send us an email, idea@gostealthisidea.com, idea@gostealthisidea.com. Send us all of your thoughts and feedback. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., and rate us 5 stars.
Our Instagram is Steal This Idea Podcast, at Go Steal This Idea Podcast.
We're becoming more and more active on Instagram. We'd love to engage with you there.
You can follow me on Clubhouse, at Scott the Amazing.
Don't do that. But do follow me on Twitter, at AndreWash0.
Oh, okay, here we go. Clubhouse is fun.
My tweets are actually worth following.
Yeah. Okay. We will do a live Clubhouse recording 100% though. I'm committed to doing
You
it.
might.
We, the 3 of us, really quickly before we wrap up the episode, Andre, I want to talk about Rigor because he tagged us in something on Twitter. I think it's just an interesting topic to wrap up the episode. So he tagged us in how would you describe this? So he went for a run and basically he came up with this idea that you took RVs and you had RV partner up with Marvel. And instead of just renting like a regular RV for the weekend, and we talked about this with Mountain Mike's,
Yeah.
but there are regular RV rental places. But he said, what if you basically got them branded through Disney properties, basically? So Marvel, but also just all Disney, Star Wars, this kind of stuff. So you could rent an RV that was akin to the Millennium Falcon or akin to Iron Man, Tony Stark, all that kind of stuff.
You know what proves this model out is if you go and look for...
Is children's single beds for their bedroom?
Yes, also that. But if you go and look up like Airbnbs in Orlando, there's Star Wars themed Airbnbs, there's,
Who just said, somebody said that last Blockbuster in Alaska. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, the last Blockbuster, yes.
Yeah, that's an Airbnb also now.
Really?
So you can stay there.
Which is cool.
That's
cool.
That's a thing.
But in either case, I think like themed travel experiences.
Yeah, licensing is gonna be the hardest thing. So I don't know if Disney has.
I don't know though. Do you have to let's say you and I go buy an RV tonight, and then we put some Marvel bed sheets in, and we go on eBay and we get a big Marvel Iron Man figure, and we put that in, and we paint it funky colors. I don't think we have to license that.
Should we ask our in-house counsel Josh Wood what he thinks about?
I'm almost confident.
You wouldn't have to license.
What would I? So you're right.
But
I can't list it as the Marvel RV, but I can put pictures and say this is a Marvel themed RV. The same way that I can rent out my Airbnb that has Marvel bed sheets and.
No, you for sure could do that. Yeah, I guess if you'd have to be careful in your listing.
Yeah, but I think you could do it. But the bigger idea that Rigor had made in this tweet is like an actual partnership.
Yeah.
Of like you manufacture RVs for this purpose, but you could also investigate renovating RVs and then seeing if you could just get a better rental for them.
Yeah. And then quick shout out here in the mailbag to Kyle Cano. He said that he likes s'mores. He thinks that we're just doing them wrong. I disagree.
That's probably true.
No, I disagree with that.
Do you have a fire pit?
I do. Yeah.
This summer, you, me, Diego.
We'll have to do it.
We'll make some s'mores together.
He also said Boombox, which was last week or 2 weeks ago. Anyway,
I think it was last week.
He said Boombox could or should also be a vending machine to cut down on labor costs.
Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty good idea.
I was talking to somebody the other day that was like, only Scott would come up with Boombox. I wish I could remember who it was.
It is a very me idea.
Oh, I'll tell you after the podcast. I remember who it was.
Yeah, I think it's going to do it. We did it, guys.
Fun episode.
And Thieves, please reach out. We want to hear from you. Andre's got a standing deal. Share us in your
company
Slack or wherever you communicate with your company. Send us a screenshot. In fact, I will one up the offer. If you share us to any social media, Facebook, Ideally, we'll go anywhere where you actually engage, not just like, oh, I shared you guys on
my giveaway account.
on my giveaway account, right? On my LinkedIn where I have no followers. If you like actually post something on your personal Facebook, which you are actively using, and say, hey, this is a podcast I like, and send us a screenshot, I will also send you $2.
I was going to double one up the offer and say that we will also send you a Steal This Idea keychain.
Ooh.
I think we can do that.
We can do that.
I'm looking to Diego for approval on that discount.
He's giving us the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't checked out our Patreon, if you subscribe, you can subscribe to our Patreon. It helps support the show. You can chip in $1 a month or $2 a month, however much you want. We have like 3 or 4 Patreon episodes on there. So these are more.
Another one that I'll post soon.
Yeah, off the cuff, kind of a little more laid back, nightcap episodes.
That's right.
We have actually some really interesting, fun stories from me and Andre's personal lives. So if you're interested in that,
because we don't talk about our personal lives on the show.
Never
at all.
Never. But really personal,
Yeah, that's right.
Thieves, we love you. We appreciate you. And we will catch you in the next one.
Bye. This episode of Steal This Idea was brought to you by Scipio for Teams.
That's right, Thieves. Use the code STEAL and get 1 free month on any paid plan.
Scipio, the only tool for engaging your customers at scale.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are, on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.